What's up guys, it's me Jeremy. Something I always thought was awesome about League of Legends is the customization available to players through the ability to use a bunch of different skins. Skins let you imagine a champion in a totally different way, and they really do a lot to add to the personality and character of a champion. Riot does an awesome job coming up with fresh ideas for champion skins, but they also look to the community for innovative new designs and directions for champions. Today, I want to show off to you guys 9 awesome concept skins designed by super passionate artists who want to show their love for their favorite champions. A lot of Riot's skins in the past actually started as fan concepts, such as astonautilus and pool party ziggs. So with your support, maybe we'll see some of the fantastic skin concepts in this video in the actual game someday. And as we go through the list, we definitely got to give a huge shout out to the original artists, which will show on the screen and definitely link in the description if you want to check them out. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you don't, hit that dislike. And the first skin we have for you today is Elderwood Kindred by Vega Colors. Something that jumps out to me right off the bat with this one definitely has to be the color scheme. Elderwood Bard is an awesome Bard skin, and I love the way his colors work with each other. You know, he has like this fiery glow with the autumn leaves, and some mysterious purple and blues of the enchanted wooden features. Vega Colors likely drew inspiration from Elderwood Bard to bring Elderwood Kindred to life, and it does a great job of accomplishing the Elderwood theme. One of the coolest things about this skin concept is that Vega Colors has managed to preserve the yin-yang kind of feeling of Kindred's character design. Wolf carries most of the leaves in the orange shades, and the way that the leaves drift away from his body almost feels kind of like a flickering fire, which brings about that feeling of spirituality and kind of shows off his ethereal form. You can already imagine watching him float around Summoner's Rift. By contrast, his wooden mask feels solid and resilient, giving him the power to use his jaws as a weapon. Lamb, on the other hand, is mostly clothed in the purple hue with only a scarf of leaves, as if Wolf's total opposite. Yet despite their differences, they complement each other perfectly, and that natural otherworldly feel is a perfect one for Kindred as a champion, and it does a lot to add to her personality and theme. Both Kindred and Bard are spiritual champions, and I think it's really fitting that Vega Colors used Elderwood as an inspiration for this design. Really awesome piece, and one that would look super awesome in game. Our next skin is by Sightmer, and it's Jade Princess Ahri. When I first saw this concept art, I was kind of surprised that Riot hadn't already made something similar because it just seems so perfect for Ahri. Ahri's lore and design revolves around her ferocity and the seduction aspect, and this skin concept has equal parts of both. I especially like her golden fox mask that she wears to the side of her head, and you can picture her smiling 1 minute before pulling on her mask and then going crazy in the next. You aren't sure whether you should be in love or maybe a little bit afraid of this skin concept, and to me that just says that Sightmer did an awesome job of bringing Ahri's character to life. I also want to give a huge shout out for managing to nail the concept art in so many ways. It's one thing to produce a Riot quality splash art, but then to create a beautiful in-game variant as well as more artistic versions is just insane. Awesome work, Sightmer. Next up is probably my favorite on the list, and it's Gravekeeper Leona by Shilin that paints Leona in a more moody and gothic light. This skin concept does have the drawback of somewhat clashing with Leona's feel and personality, but this could just be the thing that makes Leona more attractive to players that prefer a darker and more ominous vibe. The femme fatale stereotype has already been claimed by Evelyn kind of, but the gothic art style is definitely underrepresented in League of Legends at the moment, so maybe this is a kind of skin that can introduce a little bit of intensity to Leona. And we've definitely seen skins in the past that alter the personality or character of a champion quite significantly, so this type of concept wouldn't be that out of the ordinary. The colors in this piece are stunning, and I love the way that the chains and the vines creep around Leona's body and clothes. The chains are a nice touch too, giving some features to what otherwise would have been quite a simple design. Her sword's a bit simplistic, but it's razor sharp and deadly, exactly how it should be in a skin that feels so morbid. Her coffin shield is a wonderful touch, and it really ties the rest of the concept together. And with this overall theme, it just makes her look even more dangerous. Amazing work by Shilin, and if this skin gets put in the game, I'm sure York's gonna be pretty happy. Star Guardian Jinx is the next concept to talk about, and I really like the direction that Selin Aiden took when designing this skin. The magical girl style clothing is the same that we can expect in other Star Guardian characters, but instead of the cute and bubbly pink that we saw in Lux, we get a much more mysterious and almost creepy kind of purple. This skin took a spin on the Star Guardian concept on a champion that has a very eccentric and over-the-top personality, and mixed in with it just a little bit of creepiness to really just pull off that vibe of how Jinx is supposed to be literally insane. I wasn't confident that the skin would work well with Jinx's personality when I first saw it, but that extra touch of just that little hint of creepiness really brings this personality of a girl who's just totally batshit crazy and might blow you up at any moment in a fit of maniacal laughter together. Cell and Aiden's done an awesome job with this piece, and it's a really interesting take on the personality and themes that Jinx brings to the table. And for our next concept, the chosen line of skins started and ended with Master Yi, but Obi-Waddle's Soa thinks that Fiora should get her turn to bring balance to the Force, and after I saw the skin concept, I definitely have to agree. We have a few swordsman champions in League of Legends, but it's hard to argue that any would fit the chosen theme better than Fiora. If Master Yi represents the speed and ferocity of a Jedi warrior, then Fiora definitely shows off like the wisdom and the strategy. The clothing that Chosen Fiora wears here is a lot more rugged than her more usual elegant outfits, but it definitely has enough color to set her apart from Chosen Master Yi. Fiora's personality comes off as just totally arrogant, and Obi-Waddle Soa got her expression here just right, that slight smirk as she riposts an enemy's attack with a force field kind of thing. And I gotta say, that would just be the most awesome particle effect for Fiora's riposte ability that I can think of. Why parry with your sword when you can use the force to do it? That's just totally awesome, and I would love to use this skin in the game. I personally am a huge fan of Star Wars, and I love the lightsaber and Jedi kind of feel that the Chosen theme gives off. Great work by Obi-Waddle Soa. I hope you guys like this concept art as much as I do. The next skin was actually posted to the League of Legends concepts and creation boards by a user named Hylia. This Orianna skin concept was modeled after the Jade line, and it actually prompted a writer to mention that it was something to be definitely considered for her next skin concept, and well, I definitely have to agree with that one. Jade Palace Orianna takes inspiration from Jade Dragon Wukong and Jade Fang Cassiopeia. This skin concept features the same Chinese style dress and features, along with the reds, greens, and the gold colors that demonstrate both elegance and humility. One of the coolest things about this skin concept is just thinking about how the animations might work in the game. Orianna's lore revolves around the story of being created by a mourning father after he lost his daughter who loved to dance. And when it comes to skins, one of the coolest things about the concept is always thinking about how the animations would work in game. Jade Palace Orianna's pose here sets the stage, and you can imagine her movements to be almost like a monk kind of thing, both beautiful and powerful. Hylia mentioned that there would be some cool opportunities using the dragon on the Jade Orb in her recall as well, and I think it'd be a total crime to just waste that chance. If this skin concept makes it in the game, I really hope to see it be properly animated to really do it justice. It's really impressive when a skin concept just totally meshes with the champion's core design, so Hylia, awesome work with this one. And speaking of skin concepts meshing with the champion's core design, Hylia isn't done yet. Our next skin concept is also created by Hylia, and it's Debonair Kaitlyn. This is another one of those skin concepts that just amazes me to see, because you would think it would already be in the game. It's really just the kind of skin that fits so well that it's more surprising that it's not in the game already. Kaitlyn is a very posh kind of character, and it's great to see her represented in a more classy way. Hylia took inspiration from the current Debonair skin line to create a design that would look a lot more in place at a tea party, rather than fighting to the death at the fields of justice. The contrast between style and the violence on the Summoner's Rift is what makes this skin line so appealing, and it'd be wonderful to see more concepts like this make it to creation. The great thing about the Debonair skin line is that unlike some of the previous concepts like Chosen Fiora, Riot has shown great interest in continually adding to that theme. That's great news for fans of Debonair Kaitlyn and a potential indicator that we might actually see this skin in the game one day. I'm really glad Hylia decided to give us a sneak peek of what Debonair Kaitlyn's rifle and snap traps might look like too. One of the things I really love about the Debonair skins are the Hextech looking kind of weapons with like the blue glow kind of stuff going on, and I'm really glad that Hylia kept that style consistent. And next up we have Soul Reaver Talon. This skin concept by Bland Stuff Tastes Nice has been around for a while, and I would love to see it be made into a real skin. Soul Reaver Draven introduced an awesome aesthetic, and Talon is perfect to carry on that line. The Soul Reaver Talon concept is sleek and maintains the awesome blue accents that made Soul Reaver Draven so damn cool. The vibrant glow of the weapons and highlights of Soul Reaver Talon just look incredible and full of energy and really work well with his personality and playstyle. The tendril cape is a nice touch too and would look amazing when animated as Talon dashes around the field assassinating whoever he can sink his sword into. Bland Stuff Tastes Nice has done a wonderful job attempting to add into the Soul Reaver line, and I'm really fond of this skin concept. Our next skin concept is one that is just breathtaking. Simon Boxer has created Devil Thrash, a satanic take on the Chain Warden. Rather than a scythe to hook people in, Simon Boxer has opted for a trident, the devil's weapon, and definitely the ideal choice for this skin. Devil Thrash takes on more demonic features, including a face wreathed in flame and spines protruding from his shoulders, of course, along with the horns on his head to replace the dreadlocks to give that Satan-esque appearance. His muscular body is coated in bestial red fur, and his chain carries a collection of human skulls. So basically, this skin concept is awesome. Simon Boxer did a great job keeping the physique similar to Thrash's default model, though he did mention that he imagined Devil Thrash to have hoofed feet, maybe like a fawn. And that would probably be an awesome change for this skin, although it definitely would mean pushing it up a notch in terms of price, I guess. Anyway, that being said, I'd definitely pay good money to see this one in game. So there you have it, 9 awesome fan concept skins that should definitely be considered for being put into the game by Riot. If you liked or maybe didn't like one of the concepts in this video, or you have any cool skin ideas yourself, make sure to leave a comment and let us know, and once again, definitely check out and give some love to the original artists who will link in the description. And looks like that's going to be it from me. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.